Hey everyone, Zero Jitty here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance, an RPG game set in the Dungeons & Dragons world. Of course. I'm in the sort of little main camp area here where you take on missions, collect your loot, and you can upgrade upgrade potions and upgrade loot and all that kind of stuff. You can change the skins of some of the loot over here as well. But I have spent most of my time on Caddy here. She is the archer. There aren't pre-made characters. You actually have to pick from one of 4 characters, and I've played at least a little bit of each one, if not a full level, just to kind of get a feeling for them. And the first thing I want to say is that the experience of this game for me so far is highly dependent on if you are playing one of the 3 melee characters or the range character. The melee characters are actually a lot of fun to play. You're down in there, you're using your abilities and all that kind of stuff, and fighting. You probably recognize Dritz here. Also, there's Poppin. This is I'm recording on a Series S, by the way. But if you are playing as range, as Caddy here, your entire experience is her heavy attack, which splits arrows, does splash damage, and does an absurd amount of damage. This also kind of rolls into some of the technical issues I had. On top of that, Poppin, the online, every single match that I've done, and I've confirmed this with a friend, at the end of it, I get disconnected. It doesn't matter what happens, doesn't matter if I'm hosting it, the entire party just gets disbanded. And it's just like, well, you disconnected, sorry. And probably the biggest issue with the AI, this is my trophy thing over here of the bosses I've beaten. The AI, if you seem to engage them at any range outside of their sort of like room that they're in, they don't respond. They will literally just stand there or kind of turn and look at you or kind of just like walk back and forth slowly. You seem to kind of have to be within 5 or 10 feet for them to really even care about you. We'll probably see that later on. And if you look at some of the tweets I've made, it's literally me just beating on sub-bosses from a range just going. Which sucks because I got some really neat attacks. Like stuff like that. I can do if I can't figure this out, if I remember how to do it right. There's a fun little back flip. Oh, I don't want to check my things. There's a fun little front flip where I slam my arrow into the ground, which actually will lead into this. RPG, I have stat points. I've invested heavily in dexterity and strength because it boosts my attack. And here's my equipment. I got some legendaries here. Like I said before, you can actually switch the like skins of some of them up at the merchant. You got potions, stamina potions, ultimate potions, which fills your ultimate bar. The issue with Caddy here is that she has the most boring ultimate ever that has absolutely no impact to it. You got your moves, like I was talking about before. Is this what I was thinking about? No. Which one is it? Aerial Stunner. This is what I was trying to do. No. There's one of them where I like do a little backflip and I slam my arrow into the ground. It's really neat. She also comes pre-equipped with a healing spell, so I actually get a healing spell on top of my health potions, which is fun. And then, of course, you have your feats, which add bonuses, and I've invested in mostly arrow damage and faster cooldowns. And then you got your journal. But yeah, I want to say, though, I love the environments. They look great. The camp here is really fun. The other areas look like they would be straight out of a D&D campaign. And also, late spoiler, this video might be a little bit longer because this is not a indie, like a normal ID at Xbox small indie game. There you go. That's a little target range if you hadn't guessed. There's an achievement for getting a whole bunch of combos. Just pick her and just... But if I do this, that's 5 hits. So imagine that versus a group of enemies just all getting smacked around. We're not going to do a level too far in as her because, again, playing as an archer is honestly super easy and boring. We might actually just go ahead and do the first level here. Another awesome thing. Narration is great. And if you see over here, there's little clocks. That tells you how much of a time investment each level is, and that's great. Also, I have always been playing at the suggested level here, and I have not really had too many issues. See, like level 1, level 2, level 3. And I'm guessing these are meant to be played over and over again. They have like sub objectives, like killing a sub boss or something like that. We're gonna just go ahead and go with champion, so I can like kind of talk and go on. But I have had so much more fun playing as, I think his name is Dritz, if I'm saying it correctly, the Ranger. Mostly because you're attacking, you're rolling around, you're activating like an AoE little knife spell, vanishing, doing backstabs. It's great. Her, it's just kind of, well, I've invested time into this class. I should probably keep going. We're going to skip these because I don't want to waste your time. But like, look at this. Look at these statues. This used to be like a Dwarven home. Look at all this messed up stuff. This is great. Right here, collectibles for the optional objectives. There are like little lore collectibles and stuff like that. These crystals are what you use to upgrade your gear and stuff like that. There's also another thing I think is underused is like, look at this ice over here. It damages me. No, not anymore. So it would damage me if I didn't have this warm buff, which I then can run through here and open this chest. Small chests only have gold and sometimes potions and stuff like that. Oh, Alchemist Fire is just this. There you go. I wish they used that so much more. Another thing that they do, we'll actually see right up here, or we're not going to go for that chest over there, is probably my favorite thing in this game. Maybe because I'm a Dark Souls fan, but we're going to clear out this area and I'll explain it to you. All right, so this is what I was talking about with the Ranger. I kind of stand right here. It's like they're literally, like their AI is broken once if they're in the room. But if I get kind of closer, hey guys. There we go. Even then, come on, there you go. There we go. But that encounter is totally different if I am playing as a melee character. Oh, also as the archer, for some reason, it'll just leave like the zoom in view, or it will just not let me zoom in. Don't know what causes it. Normally it's not this easy. Remember, we are like a tier or two below where I normally am. I think we're just under one tier under. But anyways, short rest. I can set up a checkpoint, refill my usables, and then lose my bonus. However, if I want to, I can increase the loot rarity. So now if I die, I start at the beginning of the level, but my loot's better, and I love that. Like I said, maybe it's because I like Dark Souls and it's just increasing the difficulty, higher risk reward. I love it. I've actually been debating doing a no bonfire run in Dark Souls Remastered. So what we might do is get a little bit into here and then switch over to my Ranger, who isn't super high level, but is more satisfying to play. It's so weird at the like disconnect between the two, like the classes. The game is supposed to be played as co-op, but I have died literally twice while playing as Caddy here. One of the times I was fighting a mini boss on a small platform and he punched me into that frozen stuff and I died there. And the other time was one of the bosses who had 2 insta-kill attacks, a third attack that could stun you into instant death, and had 5 phases. Also, I want to see if we see any of them. Every single name in this game for like the enemies is the best thing ever. All right, let's like I'm kind of just rolling through this here, and not just because of the like the difficulty. Like if I'm up here, like my like because of range, my damage will be lowered, but so let's actually go ahead and use her ult here so I can kind of show it off. Oh, so that guy over there has a status on him. I believe that's poison. If I use my ult here, that's so unsatisfying. And it's of course like putting my status effects on them and all that kind of fun stuff. But you kind of get the idea for like, this is, well, I've kind of broken, the game's kind of broken and it shows here, but we're going to actually get out of here and go back here. Dritz has the best ultimate. He summons a spectral tiger that murders stuff, and it's great. So let's switch characters. Pop in. I got electric pants. All right, so I can mix up the heavy and light attacks here. Oh, I can also block and parry. His abilities are Vanish, Vanish, which is called Blink, which is weird because in most games Blink is teleporting. But yeah, this is like my little whirlwind of daggers, which is great. I can join an online session. We're not going to do that here because I don't feel like maybe connecting to someone, maybe not. Also, that guy over there continually rambles on and makes multiple like accusations that I've stolen stuff, or at least like passive accusations. But you never actually buy any gear from him. Like I said before, I do like that you have to come back here to retrieve rewards. So what is nice here, oop, I didn't unlock it here. What is nice is once you finish a level, it still shows here. So to unlock this level here, I had to beat all of these first. And since I beat that on another character, I can now just be like, well, I want to do this, and I'm just going to do it on a hero difficulty. What we're going to actually do is we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to go with the next difficulty here. Oop, did not hit me to hit start. There's also a weird response issue. I'm going to hit select. Yeah. And that is on Series S and X, which I've been playing on the Series X. I don't know why I have negative 65 attack or damage. Don't know what's up with that. Oh, I got a new thing. Nope. Never mind. That's left over. So here are my moves. So like I said before, I haven't really played too much of him. I might actually suggest you may want to go with a melee character if you don't want an entire experience of like weird bugs like I've seen. Even with the melee characters, the AI can be pretty stupid where you'll start attacking them and they'll turn to taunt you like slapping their butt, or they'll just not attack you. It happens a lot less though with the melee characters from what I've seen. With the caddy, I've actually beaten bosses because I literally just backpedal and just fired arrows. And there's absolutely no danger to me. I don't want to play that cutscene because there's a early spoiler in there that I think's neat. He does have a range.
Left his people exposed to this invasion. I'll not rest until I see.
The voice actor sounds very familiar. I don't want to say who I think it is because I don't want to sound like an idiot or mispronounce the name. Look at that bottom. Also, when you play in co-op, your ultimate meter charges up so much faster. You can also like dodge and all that kind of fun stuff. He also has the best dodge because he looks like he just slides on his knees like a boss. Like, look at me go. As you play, that the stamina bar, at least for Caddy, will drain rapidly, but it stops at half. Oop. Ooh, coins. So it is essentially a non-factor. All right, we're gonna. All right, let's go. Haha. You also stun a lot of people in this. You can also lock on, but it is terrible lock on. All right, let's go. See, now they're actually like attacking. They're an actual threat. I'm still slightly overpowered because I'm like right below the threshold for the next thing. And you get exploded. Like I said, it is better, but it isn't like amazing. You also notice around my character, there's these threat indicators. There's no one behind me right now. There is, however, 4 enemies in front of me. Now there's an enemy behind me. But yeah, the threat indicators aren't always the best thing. There we go. Ow. I parried. But like, see, like the combat difference is just amazing between like, and it's not just because, well, you're at range. It's the AI is entirely functional, almost entirely functional. Here, we're just going to skip this. Also, it's called Dark Alliance. I don't see too much of an alliance really happening, or at least not yet. I mean, sometimes I see some of the same, like some of the enemies are like near each other.
The battle hammer halls. I'll break this siege and then see what damage has been done within.
Here, let's go. All right, I should get Tiger here. We're gonna do this. Also, my secondary ability, you have to hold Y for it, and it doesn't always show the prompt that it's done. I just have to make like kind of guess that the thing's like filled and ready. Come to me, kitty. Spectral kitty with glowing eyes.
This one will take some effort.
And I can say that the goblins are pretty much just idiots, but they are a basic, pretty good. Like this is the difference. Oh, this is the difference between melee and range. And I've noticed I've said it a few times. But yeah, it's a really big like experience difference. Loot.
For the people of 10 towns.
I've also had some oddities with the higher level loot. I've done the tier 4 thing, and I'm still getting like commons for some reason. I'm out. Of course, attacking an enemy from behind is the best way to get crits. And crits like that count for archers as well, so playing with a team, if I'm able to just get behind someone and land my power strike behind them, their health just vanishes. It's great. Where's this other guy? There you are. Perfect. We're gonna drink a potion. And of course, there are side areas with stuff to do most of the time. Oh, pretty much all the time. If it's a side area, it either has, if you see on the optional over there, defeat someone, Mog Thump the sticker. Yeah, I wasn't even like Mog. Kooples? Koopos? Yeah, so that's where stuff will be on the sides or chests or collectibles or stuff like that. All right, let's run around here and get this chest here. So if I quit out of here now, I would not actually get any of the loot or anything like that, which isn't like too bad. There we go. I did have a disconnect once at the end of the match where I don't think I got my loot, but I don't think it really mattered because it was all common. So I was like, oh well. But yeah, it's like been an enjoyable experience at parts. But the AI issues really bring a hamper to it. I've also had these waypoints not work, where I've had 2 on the screen at once. I haven't had it update. I've had like enemy health bars hang around and stuff like that. I've had enemies when I killed them just fly off to, I'm assuming, whatever the moon is in this universe. And it's not just goblins. Maybe I should actually show you a non-environment like this. There's a great like forge area where you fight like a butchered guy who's eating, like chopping up quote unquote meat. You'll see what it is. But for a D&D fan, I can suggest it. Play as a melee character. You will have a lot more fun. Maybe wait until the... We're just going to pick her since it'll be easier to run through it. Maybe pick a melee character so you don't notice the bugs as often. Also, she has a AoE revive, which is great. And then I just drink a potion to make my skills come back faster. Her healing is incredibly overpowered as well. But yeah, like, even if she wasn't crazy overpowered, it would still be a rough experience. Where is it? Is this... I think this is it. We're just going through adventure because I want you to see this area. I think this is the really cool like sort of fire and forge area. Also, this game probably has what's the coolest looking traps ever. Like for this boss, I literally just backpedaled around the arena firing the charged shot at him, and it staggered him. Because not only does it do a ton of damage, it staggers. So now we're in this like sort of area. We might have to go a little bit to get into the 4G area.
Come to know and fear what happens here today.
They also have their own like lines of dialogue between each other. Money. I have an obscene amount of money because I've upgraded all the potions, and the only other things that cost money are like the moves and stuff like that, and I'm not high enough level for them. All right, we're gonna run over here. I think once we get through here, we'll see the forge and the funness. If you get to the final area, like the final boss, like or the boss of an area, and have not used any of the rest points, it doesn't matter because here we go. Look at this. Yeah. If you like, enemies respawn, chests do not repopulate. Your objectives have already been done, so you literally can just do this.
I think she means to shoot us, boy.
You can literally just run through everything as long as the objective has been done. This is just, I want you to see this level. Excuse me? Pardon me. There we go. We're going to get over here. Yeah, look at that. I really wish you could turn off, like, the HUD in an easier manner. It's like, I can do this, but there is just so much. I wish there was just one, like, just everything off. Ambient occlusion. Does anyone actually know what that means? Also, the enemies are kind of dumb. Come on. There he goes. They'll just kind of like wander into the traps and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good overview. I've enjoyed my time with Caddy to a point. With the melee character, I enjoyed it a lot more. I'm going to probably pick up one of them and keep going. I'm not terribly far from the end of this game. I think I have one, two, maybe 3 or 4 like different areas left, and there are 3 levels in each of them. But yeah, it's a real bummer about the online continually disconnecting me because I was with a group and we were just rolling. Like we're on the highest difficulty we could pick from what it looks like 4. And it just, yeah. I can't really tell if enemies are harder on multiplayer because I just do so much damage. This is a terrible example because of how overpowered I am. Stop that. Also, oh, I did it. Well, no, that wasn't what I wanted. There is an attack that like oh, there it is. I did it. And then I'm guessing, there we go. There we go. But anyways, I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm sorry if it was a little long. For those who stuck around, there is an achievement for having a full set of armor. When you do the tutorial mission, you'll get a piece of armor, equip it, and then unequip it because your base armor counts as a set. There. So a little reward for people who stayed around for the ending of the video. But yeah, D&D fans would probably enjoy it. They might be able to look past some of the issues. I've been able to look past the issues. Especially if I'm doing, like, again, I've said this so many times, the melee characters are a totally different experience just from a technical standpoint. Here are my trophies. Yeah. There you go. For sessions and stuff, you can have invite only, friends only, stuff like that. Oh, one more thing. If you are playing as a certain class and you matchmake, it does not care if you have that character selected. For me, I have 4 characters. Maybe it takes that into account. But if I want to go play, I've selected her, gone to matchmaking. It's like, no, this character is already taken. Select someone else. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And I just leave. But yeah, I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I would love to see this game get a patch to maybe undo the tethering. I feel that it would be such a big difference that once the enemies get shot, they react. Or if they're in a position where they can't hit you, where I am literally standing on a platform, like I showed you earlier, and they can't attack back, maybe they pick up rocks and throw them. Maybe they just don't take damage. Like other games have done that, where I'm in an unfair position and I'm forced to engage them. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
A day or two at most, but I think he might be the best friend I've ever had.